So let's first talk about a little bit about, you know, what the animal tablets are. The animal tablets are an ancient writing that go back tens of thousands of years, for those of you who don't know. And they were written by Thoth, the Atlantean priest king. He said he ruled over the land of ancient Kim for quite some time. The ancient Egyptians recognized him in all the hieroglyphs and all the temples everywhere throughout the entire region. And according to them, he ruled over them for 16,000 years, one man. He claimed to have discovered the secret to immortality through something called the Halls of Amenti. And these Halls of Amenti, which I wrote about in my book on page 34, 7.5, almost 8 years ago now, were just discovered underneath the pyramid, exactly where I said they were. I even drew a rendering of what they look like with these big columns going down beneath the earth. And I say in the text that they go on for miles. And guess how far down? I even drew a rendering of what they look like with these big columns going down beneath the earth. And I say in the text that they go on for miles. And guess how far down this object goes beneath the pyramids? 2 miles deep. I was 7.5 years ahead of my time on page 34, Compendium of the Animal Tablets. These shafts go down for 2 miles. And I drew 8 shafts in my rendering. And guess how many they found? They found 8. The boxes at the bottom of the shafts are so large that they can hold 64,000 people in each box. And we're calling them a box only because of the shape. Technically, we don't know exactly what they're used for, but they are in the shape of megalithic sized boxes. Imagine a box that can hold 64,000 people. Insane. The space beneath the Great Pyramid is so large, and the construction down there is so massive, you can fit 6 Burj Khalifas down there. If I was a developer and I wanted to get a crew to come help me build a structure like this, they'd laugh at me. They wouldn't even take $1 trillion or $2 trillion to do it because it would be that impossible. A LiDAR scan reveals energy is still moving back and forth down there. There's an energy field beneath the pyramids at Giza. When I take people to Egypt every year, I go down the side shaft. There's a shaft called the subterranean. It goes beneath the bedrock 500 yards. And then down there, it opens up into this huge room that connects to this area with these megalithic columns that go into the ground. We just can't get into it because they filled it with these stones. As soon as you start working your way through the hallway, you come to this stone wall. They stonewalling us. But we go down there. And I'll drop the link to my tours later on if you want to come hang out. If you want to see this with your own eyes, as I take people to see this stuff every year. Coming up in June and July, I'll be taking people again. Okay? And so.
Well, I thought you'd find that a little interesting. So I'm going to cut it there. But if these things were around and available then through technology and traveling technology, it's probably still around. Use your imagination because it's bigger than you think.